Your dark lady. Perhaps you feel a stirring of the truth already. But that will come later. There is a battle yet to be fought. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready? And it shall be yours. And then, we're going to kill Ketheric Thorn.
We need to leave. Lady Shah won't stand for us to be here, not after what we did. That's what frightens me. She must be angry. Yet, I don't feel it. Or hear it. There's only silence. Let's get out of here, please. Whatever's coming, I don't want to be in the heart of the Shadowfell when it finds me. The Night Song will be headed for Moonrise Towers. We'd better get there, and see what she's unleashed against Ketheric Thorn.
Terrible place. I should leave. Still alive, so that's progress.
Forgive me.
Shadowheart? What happened? You were missing for a moment.
I thought I was done for. I thought perhaps I might have been dead. This is all like some sort of terrible dream. But it's real, isn't it? I stood before the Night Song. I heard Lady Shah's words. And I failed her. Worse than failed her, I defied her. Just because of what that Aasimar said. I tried to leave, but Shah blocked me. Punished me for failing her. I thought I knew the limit of pain that the incurable wound could inflict, but I had no idea. It felt like I was suffering the agony of 1,000 people all at once. My blood was boiling, my hair was on fire. I thought I'd claw my own face off with the pain. But then she released me. Banished me, more like. She said I was an outcast. That all of her children would know me and revile me.
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine magic, admitting who empowers her now may break her spirit for good.
I suppose I do, don't I? You've done more to help me than my faith has in recent times, if I'm honest. Thank you. There's been something between us for some time. A connection, more than friends. I recognized it, but didn't act on it. I thought my faith was the most important thing in my life. I couldn't have been more wrong. I've squandered too much time already. I want to be with you. Now and always. Do you want the same? It wasn't too long ago that I could never imagine smiling again. Shows what I know. Nightsong promised she'd tell me something about myself. I need to speak with her as soon as I can. What she said to me back in the Shadowfell about the wolves, that's no coincidence. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorm. All I can do is help hasten his demise, and hope that answers soon follow. Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain just now. But you're sweet to keep me in your thoughts. Do you really need... I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The Shadowfell, Nightsong. I can think of little else. That's not the first time you've made such a leap. But perhaps there's more to it than I know, or would care to admit. The sooner I speak to Nightsong...
Shah has discarded. Good. I am listening.
live in more interesting times.
You wish to consult me? A mistake. I am your most valuable asset. Of course, I belong in... I hope this is important. For your sake.
No one's stopped me yet.
You wanted something? Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain just now.
Amicus animatus.
There's no time to waste.
Our enemies still draw breath.
Let's move. No time to rest. What path lies before?
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
What's inside?
Shadow to shadow. Soon you'll find me. Once more to save both. Unshackled from shadows, she will rise in moonlit glory and carve a path of brightness to the accursed one's second death. So saith the wise Alondo. That beacon of angelic wrath has taken the fight to Ketheric on the rooftop. In the first line of defense are dead. But storming the tower won't be easy, and if we wait too long, Ketheric will gather his strength and retaliate. For now, though, he's on the back foot for the first time since he returned from the grave. This is it. The spearhead moment. You brought us this far. So how shall we proceed? A sound. Floric left some of... Say the word, and we're off. I'm touched. But I'm already spoken for. Very well. At the... The time has come.
You dare show yourself here after all you've done? You have betrayed me, you have betrayed General Thorm, you have betrayed our god! And for what? These Harpers. Moonrise will be their tomb, and in death, you will all serve the Absolute.
I will never serve the Absolute again, Zrel. And I will take your prattling tongue as a reminder of this moment.
You hid it well. I thought you'd be another notch on my bedpost, but instead I'll make a trophy of your bones. Boys, make this
You dared scar my mind. I will gut you.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
You'll make excellent fertilizer. Red in tooth and claw, the straight path.
You shall not fall!
Now.
Time to push my luck again.
I think I could go another round. There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
Getherick will not...
No choice but to keep going. comes easy these days. Still on my feet.
Enough. My lord beckons me. You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isabel.
As sure as she. This has only begun.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
We're not finished here. Not until Thorm's dead for good. It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon. You wanted something?
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
You wanted something? I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Yes, sitting beneath moonrise. For how long? And how deep does it go?
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Oh,
Fresh recruits for Kefir's
I
To a
wonder how many
necromancer
pilgrimages
and
to...
more.
No will sparks behind. You could kill it, and you could take advantage of its vulnerability and blind as well-worn shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes.
Master. Down deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3. Part of one mind.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers.
Nursery.
So much blood. The Illithids take what's an offering from Moonrise Towers.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
I've got a long road ahead.
Pretty pink. Make more. Never
Wonderful.
think.
Now I'm
Always
splattered
chop,
like a sloppy
chop,
butcher.
chop.
I wonder what the next move is.
Can't give up now.
Pretty faces. Go. Chop.
Who's next?
Faces. No faces.
Right.
Only
Now.
meat. Think. Never stop. Only chop. Chop. Chop.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Raven Guard's search officer, Manep Shurga. She laments her the device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. You remember the shattered wind. Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. But the pain is not enough to diminish your swing. One goblin after another falls. Your tadpole forms a Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Survival is all that matters. Breathe deep and move.
Got to focus.
Enough! My mind is my own! Hells. I didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived.
Be rid of it.
The others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my... I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. I fell short of that mark in Avernus, and even so, it was not so bad as this. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. Only if you can trust it won't be buried in your back. The Absolute swayed me. Go, my friend.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came! Why, perish the thought. Every word was nothing less than true. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Do it, and I'll let Will off his leash. A devil always keeps her promises.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority. You know this symbol from the Mind Flayer ship. It means annihilate. You decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
Don't take long.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command. To your...
Hells! What's happening? What have you...
Your heart burns red hot, then goes hollow. A presence disappears from your mind. The Hells have taken Will as their own. He's lost.
Wasn't just her fate we decided.
You decipher the symbol.
Good work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out. As for the pact... Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? We could be long dead before that long's elapsed.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Not going to happen. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it. Oh, and ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Some who worked here were not thralls or undead. They were loyal to Ketheric and his grim cause.
Embrace! General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers. I have no need for a throne. You could merely get in the... Go on, make yourself you... Gather yourselves! Soon, we march to victory!
What's next, I wonder?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
the moment comes, the absolute moves. Not design, but death. Will know my design. Our design. We will take the city. Every soul. Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands. Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march, my chosen. Descend, assemble, prepare, obey, evacuate. Descend, assemble. Obey. Liberate!
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Evacuate.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul, flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breaths sings to my sinews again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Ball!
Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Finer champions than you, let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one my daughter's life returned. Her heart. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Yes. Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Merkel's glory.
So long as Night Song's in that cage, Ketherick will keep getting back up.
easy.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours. Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed.
You have my sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
The chosen of...
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Thorm is no more.
Killing an undying
May he
man is
stay
no
dead
easy
this time.
task. But the Absolute is not vanquished. Our work has only just...
been thinking on all that you learned below. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
It's been a long day.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. More than anyone should. But I never dreamed I'd see the Dead Three working in consort with Illithids. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ket. We ventured into dark. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be... How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, there's a Harper's safe house. Beyond that, our course is yours.
The shadows yet fest. Do Illithids possess souls? Thou shalt think about it now. A flock without until such time, be a veil. Yes, once judged, ascended, then vanquished. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plane, no.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones. My blood ran hot when we broke Ketheric's bones together. But we have greater challenges ahead of us. It is clear now that he was not working alone. During my time in the cult, I came to know one of his co-conspirators all too well. Baal's bloodletter. Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman. Jealous? You needn't be. When Orin is in my hands, her agony will nourish me. She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies. She is fierce, vicious, and cruel. In those respects, we are alike. But she is dangerously unpredictable. If there is a way to turn this design towards slaughter, rather than control, she will take it. She is the one who brought me to Moonrise, and into the presence of her so-called god. The Absolute. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no god. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a mind flayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. I will find her. I will murder her. And I will smile. There is no limit to my ambitions. I will enjoy killing Orin, but unlike her, I I do not kill for pleasure alone. I kill to gain advantage, and we have the chance to seize the greatest advantage of all. Surely you see it. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other Chosen and claim their Netherstones, we can take control. The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. Patience. But first, we take the Nether, and then we have a purpose. There is yet one thing about...
You chose to incapacitate me rather than killing me when you eradicated my minions. Why? So might any other true soul. And yet Gut and Ragslin do not stand with us under your protection. Sparing an enemy's life is a great risk. Even though I owe my life to the part of you that showed me mercy, it concerns me. If Ketheric had ordered me to slay you to prove my worth, I would have. Or died trying. I should not lose myself in these thoughts of what might have been. I live, and I am grateful. I do have one more question, though, before we continue.
Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away? Good. That is as... Now, I am ready.
You wanted something?
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look...
You there, Sharon. By the fires...
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say.
Now, you will leave us.
Aelin!
You'd make a fine...
It's a grip. Well, the way I hear it,
The fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply. Lady...
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. Orin, I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these rigid, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentioned. But I have... Be my mirror. What do you see? I can't tell if you're being silly. I suppose the people will see, but I will slay their monsters. Keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I could never be so disloyal to Baldur's Gate. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I had Mizura at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus, and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast! He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him!
I won't know peace till I've dug my thumbs into his eyes. Till I've ripped out... I can feel it. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gortash gave her the go-ahead. You expect this shit from...
You wish to speak? We must find Thaniel. He's the embodiment of Nate, but if we can find him, we can break the curse. I can't be exact, unfortunately. A living witness is Don't worry. If you...
I would not linger in this land over long, but...
You wish to consult me? A mistake. When you realize your mistake, I will be ready to join you again.
We leave the heart of the Absolute. You did well to defeat Ketheric. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. Jaheira's wisdom will be but if we are to succeed, we will need our Baldur's Gate may seek on it together.
Help, please.
Open up. Looks like an ambush.
you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me? I'm Oliver. I'm 7. Will you play with me? I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me. All right. I'll hide. Find me, and you win. Then you lose. Get ready. And no cheating. You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win. You're not my daddy. Let's play another game. I deserve a chance to even the score. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught. My faith protects me.
Should have worn better boots. Never wanted the easy part. Maybe it was.
I win! I always... You did better than most, though, so I'll let... I won fair and square. So go on, find...
victims of the Shadow Curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
A flaming fist. Someone beat her to a pulp.
Is no more. But the Shadow Curse still remains. I need to be careful.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Try to cheer them up. You're here. Good. That's good. Sorry, I didn't mean to snub you. I'm just worried about the kids. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city.
You wish to speak? It's not. You've shared your fire with me. More good has been done since I met you. Yes, forgive me. Sometimes we must, but if we can find him, Oakfather shield you, my friend.
disregards you lifelessly.
Darkness. Shadowfell. Shifts. Investigating. He is brutal.
The spell's power.
That might be worth a look.
You wish to speak? Good. This is what we've been lacking. What comes next? You're here. Good. And not a moment too soon. A winged Asima was seen in the skies overhead, and we should begin at once, before we lose the opportunity. Thaniel is trapped in the Shadowfell. But thanks to your efforts, I know where to look. No. This opportunity has been 100 years, but I didn't bring you here to wit. With the Oakfather's blessing, I can infiltrate the Shadowfell, but doing so will sap my strength. I'll need your help if I'm to return. I need you to stay here, keep the portal open until I return, and defend it at all costs. Good. It took me years of stuff. Oakfather, it's ready.
Unless he can find his way back.
Invocote! 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 Invocateur!
Best be on my way.
Need to act fast.
It's done. I have him. But something's wrong. No. It can't be. Yes, I need to examine him. Come see us when you... Nathaniel is rest. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. It's both simple and only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep. And you saw this boy yourself. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts. And I've asked much of you already without being at your... This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side. If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute... anything. Just say the word. Good. Now our roots can deepen. Together.
Symphony in this place. Now, it is quiet. Quiet and dead.
I can make some animal noises if it'll make you feel more at home.
He was no fun. All I wanted was to play. I won fair and square.
Though shrouded in shadows, the child's resemblance to Nathaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the...
Go on, find someone else to play with. Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time. Yes, I do. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Scarford. We'd better track him down if the shadows don't stop us first.
One day I'll catch a break.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here, playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here! And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me.
Be gentle. He's much more than a child. But he doesn't truly know that.
He's nothing to me. He left me here all this time, even when it was scary, even when I was alone. I didn't give up. But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot. So I wouldn't have to make up friends to play with anymore. I'd have someone real. I'd like that. And he would too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it.
Well done.
Are you crying? You're a bit big to be crying. But I suppose that's okay. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
It's done, at last. Soon the land will be unshrouded. We should return to Thaniel when we can. Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has no more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant. Once the curse is lifted, I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. I'll be ready.
do once we reach the city? No. One problem at a time.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner. Good. Now our roots can deep. I swear, I can already feel a change. I have, anyway. Once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side, and I'm glad to be had. I'll be ready. I swear. I swear.
To do the rounds again.
There's no point. Everyone's wrecked. Leave them be.
Fair enough.
The dog is unable to speak through the...
I don't know. All I know is I thought of you.
I swear.
That sign above. This must be a brewery. or distillery?
I could use a drink after wandering these rooms.
Son of Thorm! Go on!
Leaning in, you can...
Go on, clean! Make it drunk! Now tell me a story. A fable. A saga. Delight me. So you ask, you drink, then you amaze, enthuse, astound me again. Tell me of foes felled, villains vanquished, beasts bastard. I'll drain up, ask, question, make your query, and drink once more. Father Catherine's laughter, not joy. Now drink it deep. You want Father's personal, mysterious secret. Secret? No. None. Father said. Ordered. Commanded. Don't say it. Don't say it. Urcage. Urcage. Talk and perish. Die.
Be cautious. Oh my. Must be missed. Something over there. here, I think. The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road. Listen. The psionic detector. Githyanki are lurking nearby.
Where Wargaz failed to kill you, I won't make the same mistake.
Looks like Voss was good for his word. The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Looks like an army marched through here.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketherick. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
It is time we spoke about your heritage. There's a debt I must repay.
You claim to know something about me. You knew about the wolves. Tell me everything.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget. Shah's embrace is something that was forced upon you. It is not your true nature.
That can't be. I was always loyal to Shah.
Until you weren't. Do you think it was but a brief lapse? A moment of madness? No. I think you finally listened to your heart. When you freed me from the Shadowfell, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain, his inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others someplace distant. Let me help you remember, so there will be no doubt.
A memory appears at the forefront of your mind.
That wolf. That elf. Who was he?
You already know who he is. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood? He is your father. And he lives still. As does your mother. I felt them. Bound to you.
That can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
I have to find my parents.
You will have to face your abductors in their very lair. In Baldur's Gate. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned, and now you shall be forearmed. You will remember this spear, no doubt. It was to be the instrument of my death. Now, it will become a parting gift in exchange for my life.
I thought that was lost in the Shadowfell. How do you have it?
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. A debt repaid. You gave me my life back. Now go and claim your own.
There must be more you can tell me.
Your mind is a deep, dark wood. There are dead ends, shadowy corners, lurking threats. I was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did. Besides, there are more hardships ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to despair, while a little ignorance may shield you. One last thing. Your parents have been in the hands of Shar's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shar denied to me. Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, but before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Of course.
I suppose you've earned it. Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, Netherese magic. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The goat, I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. Likely not. If I've done damage to your opinion of me, then I'm truly sorry. But if this crown, it's clear crown and brain are intrinsically connected. We need to learn more. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Book shopping? Their collection of rare tomes. You'll have to forgive my...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prism and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder will liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions. Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Right now, your resolve, you will not, but sleep is not.
We're under attack. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
not going to hold together much longer.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack. It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Yankee is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him. Don't let my form deceive you. Help me. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My force is awakened by their assault. But destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts. But if you had...
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are...
Happy? Now, together. Don't look at me like that. I am a Mind Flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to,
A bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my own city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield. The largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain. Again, a slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Prince Orpheus, his power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the... When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she's bound by infernal chains. Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my heart. I am relieved. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. Some Githyanki still revere him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was how Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning, and found Orph. I realized what the prison was for. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. There may come a time when that isn't. The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already this. You are already more Illithid. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. Even if as an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, like it or not, I've been studying. You have seen what. If you let me, I can. You will be able to do. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done so. Do you wish to evolve or not?
Well, suddenly brave.
You continued. You're mine now. Hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said. A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different.
You, when your allies, but we mustn't. You heard the Chosen. We must not.
We can talk later. It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon. So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism. The